Hi, I'm Helen Bamford, Head of Events for Downtown in Business. I'm joined today by some key figures in the hospitality industry who are going to talk about their current situation. In these difficult times, what has come to light is some of the wonderful gestures that businesses and individuals are doing, so we're also going to talk about them. If we can start with Louise, if you'd like to introduce yourself.
Yeah, sure. I'm Louise Kemp. I am the founder and director of 19 Agency, which is a hospitality specialist marketing agency we're based in Liverpool, but we service the whole of the UK.
Okay, and what's your current situation, Louise?
Well, obviously it's been a really difficult couple of weeks. We've just been focusing on making sure that the communications coming that our clients are sending out are thought through, positive and actionable, because I think with the government briefings every day, there just seems to be so much noise and everybody's taking to social media to keep up to date, and we're kind of having to slow a storm down really to make sure that what our clients are saying is relevant and information that people need to see really. I think for us, we've taken the decision as a business to show a bit of solidarity with our clients. So we've paused retainers, we've offered reduced retainers, just to be able to support them at this time and be able to come out of it with a business when this does end up finishing.
Yeah. Sooner rather than later.
Yeah.
And then with things that you've seen, with what about business heroes?
Yeah, I've seen a few things that I've really liked. I did see a place in Mallorca actually called Cappuccino's. They've emailed their database. They're obviously based in Spain, so they're on full lockdown, but they've sent a really uplifting Spotify playlist to their database, which I thought was such a lovely thing to do. People are in the home, people are spending more time there, and it just, music can give people a bit of an uplift in their spirits. So I really like that. Duke Street Market in Liverpool, they announced yesterday that they have become a hub, so people can drop off goods, any food for hospitality staff who might be going through some hardship at the moment, which I just think is such a lovely thing to do. It doesn't surprise me from Lee Smith, who's the general manager there. Just thinking of others, I think it's a really nice thing to do. We've seen lots of things really, whether it's a small independent operator or a larger operator, people are really caring about the community. Yeah. And I think it is bringing people together. There's lots of obviously noise with home delivery and Deliveroo. There's a client of ours is based on Allison Road in Liverpool called Little White Lies. He launched something called the Dark Kitchen a little while ago, where you can order from 6 different menus and pay one delivery charge, which is perfect because if you're sat at home with all the kids and your husband, not everybody wants to eat the same food. Mm-hmm. So there's lots of really good things, I think, that is going on in such an awful time.
Yeah, definitely. And Scott?
Yeah, so I'm Scott Brown. I'm the Cluster Director of Sales for Melia Hotels UK North. We currently have the Inside by Melia Hotel in Manchester, and we are building and scheduled to be opening 2 new hotels this year in Liverpool and Newcastle. All being well.
Yeah. So what's the current situation then that you're in?
Yeah, I think everybody has seen the effect on hotels in terms of occupancies just slashed, and groups and events that have been cancelled or postponed. I think we as a hotel group and many hotel groups to be fair are trying to be as flexible as possible, really encouraging people to postpone rather than cancel their events. I think that's a big thing that we've been pushing, really, that it doesn't have to be a cancelled event, it can be postponed to a later date. And I think as I said to you earlier, I think those businesses that show that flexibility are the ones that when we come through this, as we will, are the ones that are going to come out stronger, with either stronger relationships with their customers, clients, staff, everything really.
Yeah, definitely. And nice things, gestures that you've seen by businesses?
Yeah, I think everybody, we talked about it earlier again, personally, people reaching out to each other, whether that's LinkedIn, Twitter, and you can see the support that people are offering. Your next door neighbour, your business neighbour, whatever it might be. You're seeing a lot of that. I think, obviously, within hotels, I think everybody will have seen the great offer from GG Hospitality with Stock Exchange in Manchester and Hotel Football in terms of offering accommodation for key workers. Something that we're having some conversations about as well with the combined authority. But I think most people or most organisations are wanting to support. You see Greg's and Pret and people like that offering free coffees and free refreshments, etc. I think we all value those industries so much, but I think at a time like this, it's really nice to see people showing it.
Definitely. I mean, obviously the hospitality industry has suffered massively, and everyone can see the strain that the NHS is currently under. I think one of the nice things is how much the hospitality venues are doing for the NHS as well. Louise, when we spoke before, you were saying that Nando's had done a delivery to a hospital in Warrington.
Yeah, and I saw it on a friend's Facebook where she'd taken her son into A&E, been sent there, and a big massive delivery turned up from Nando's. None of the nurses knew who'd ordered it, and there was a note off the team at Nando's just saying, we want you to know that we really appreciate what you're doing. And my friend had said, like, you could hear the whoops and the screams for ages off the nurses. They really obviously appreciated being thought of.
Of course, and you saw probably last night the lady who'd done a 48-hour shift who went to the shop and couldn't get any groceries.
Yeah.
48 hours, it's absolutely heartbreaking. Greg?
Hi, I'm Greg I'm the head of business development for Revolution Bars Group. I'm the owner of the Manchester Hospitality Network.
Okay, and tell us about your current situation then.
Yeah, from Revolution Bars Group, it's been extremely difficult to try and keep everyone motivated as much as we can. All of our bars are still operating as normal at the moment in time, but we are playing it by ear because things are constantly changing with the update from Boris. So everyone's kind of just waiting for the 5 o'clock and then reacting from that. From the hospitality sector, it's absolutely heartbreaking. Seeing people losing their jobs, just venues are just shutting down. And I've seen when Albert Schloss announced that it was closing, I think a lot of people finally just went, holy crap, this is just really hit, because Schloss has always been that dominant force behind the Manchester hospitality scene ever since it opened. And when that closed, everyone just went, this is real. 20 Stories has closed, the Ivy's closed. It's absolutely heartbreaking just to see that everything is just completely shutting down and people are just losing their jobs. And it's we're trying to support as many people as possible, but we are 4 individuals in the same boat, so we are struggling ourselves, but at the moment we're just trying to keep as many people's heads up high. And as Scott said, that this will go, and I think the hospitality scene will come out so much more stronger when this is all over with. And I really do believe that there are going to be some really champions when this is all over, but just got to fight through it, and we just got to fight through it together as much as we can.
I think that's one of the challenges that everyone's facing. It's us not knowing how long it's going to be for. But Louise, when we spoke earlier, you were saying as well that you really believe that once this is over, I mean, everyone's going to be wanting to go out and have a good time for a start, because
everyone will.
People are going to be crazy working from home.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think, one of our clients is an amusement park. And again, we're saying to them, at the minute this is over, people will flock. People will want to be outside, outdoors with their families, treating their families. So I do think, the industry as a whole will bounce back. It's just the what, or the when. It's just the time frame. I think that is very uneasy.
Yeah. And Greg, what about business heroes that you've seen or heard of?
I think Diageo, for myself, for them investing 1 million into supporting the bartenders that have lost their job was an absolutely amazing gesture. In the hospitality scene in Manchester, I'm seeing a lot of things like GG Hospitality, as Scott said, is absolutely amazing. But I've just seen today that someone has just recently bought £1,000 of vouchers from Wood Street on Sash's Pay It Forward scheme. So that's absolutely amazing. Whoever's done that, I'm just dying for them to come forward so we can really congratulate them. But for me, I'm just seeing everyone come together and support one another. So at the minute, you know, as a hero, I just think everyone who is just supporting one another in hospitality scene, it's just been absolutely brilliant, because everyone's keeping everyone's heads open. And just, you know, simple stuff like delivering a bottle of wine, you know, just it's really helping.
Always welcome at my house.
And mine.
Well, listen, thank you all for joining us today. I appreciate it's a manic time for you in ways that we're not used to. I've worked in hospitality and events for over 20 years, so the tough times that the industry's facing is extremely close to my heart. If there's anything that myself or Downtown in Business can do to help you in any way, please let us know. I'm thinking of you all, and stay safe.